I know I say this every month, but October was a fascinating month. To make it even more so, I set myself 5 challenges, and if I didn't complete them, I'd have to watch episodes of Jersey Shore. A fate worse than death if you ask me. To cut a long story short, 3 kliksphilip smashed the goals, 2 kliksphilip failed to deliver, and although I got over 50,000 views in a single day, I didn't on all of my channels, so I'm going to be super anal and say that it doesn't count. I have to watch 3 episodes of Jersey Shore. I'm now going to look into each of the goals in more depth, since this is where things get interesting. Let's start with the 50,000 view goal. On the 5th of October, 3 kliksphilip smashed it by over 4,000 views. Nice. I drifted between 30,000 and 50,000 for the rest of the month until the 30th, where this happened! Over 100,000 views in a single day. It's awesome and stuff, but it makes the rest of the month look rubbish and will probably take me a while to beat again. Strangely, this very channel had the same sort of spike. This is because on the 30th of October, YouTube officially began supporting 60 FPS videos. I made some videos demonstrating this and they became rather popular. What's more, since early April I've uploaded everything in 60 FPS. Why did I do this? I remember when YouTube first supported HD. It also updated videos before that time if they had been uploaded at high resolutions. I really kicked myself for uploading things at low resolutions since I never expected them to support HD. It shows that they store the original video file somewhere on their servers. Annoyingly, the early 30 vs 60 FPS video that I made hasn't been updated yet. I've got a lot of dislikes and snide comments telling me that I was wrong and stupid for expecting it to be updated. And what's even more annoying is that for now, they're kind of right. And while I'm all bitter about this stuff, one more thing. 2 kliksphilip sort of broke the 50,000 view barrier. I made a compilation video of all the silly things that happened to me in CSGO. One of these was a very unlucky man-shaped spray pattern. Imagine my surprise when I looked on Reddit and the top rated post was of that exact clip, which had been ripped, re-rendered and uploaded by somebody else. In his defence, he posted a link to my original video in the comments somewhere, but nobody really cared or noticed. I am annoyed about this whole thing, but at the same time, he's helped me by doing this. If he hadn't done this, my video wouldn't have gotten more views, and it's shown me that sometimes it's best to milk every single funny thing I encounter, rather than making a compilation. But on the other hand, I've released things separately before and people felt that it would be better if it was part of a larger video. I just can't win. I've got to accept that I will make mistakes. I find it tends to be the people who don't make decisions who shoot people down with hindsight the most. A year ago, most people were telling me that I wouldn't be able to get my channels off the ground. It's those same people who are now telling me what I need to do to make my channel bigger. It's scary enough to doubt myself, but to have other people parroting back the same concerns, it's terrifying. It's nice that they're interested and care about me, but at the same time, I wish they'd just leave me alone. It's not enough for me to explain why I shouldn't start churning out DayZ Let's Plays or Call of Duty montages, they also want me to justify why I do what I do. They are always saying how it isn't sustainable and that a new game could turn the entire playfield on its head. Yes, bad things can happen that are outside of my control. I feel that I've done the best that I can with the information I have. Just because I can't see the future, I don't see why I shouldn't grab opportunities when they arise. And if anything, Google gives me more stability than the companies that I've worked for in the past. Not many jobs are for life, and I never saw myself taking out a mortgage or basing my future around the jobs in the past. They were just too unreliable and uncertain. At least I enjoy doing what I do now. As far as I'm concerned, being enthusiastic about your job will get you further than qualifications and references. But don't hold me responsible if you follow this advice and it doesn't work for you. As a content creator, it's my decisions that define myself and my future. If people feel they can do a better job, I invite them to try. Back to 2 kliksphilip's views. I managed 836,000 for the month, but it was shy of the 900,000 view target that I had set myself. Had my video got the 83,000 views that the reposter got instead, I would have achieved it. Thanks. Now I have to watch 2 episodes of Jersey Shore for failing to reach the 900,000 total view target, as well as the 50,000 views in a single day. Thanks again. On the plus side, 3 kliksphilip got a lot of views this month. I punched through the million milestone for the first time and kept going, reaching a grand total of over 1.3 million views. I definitely beat this challenge. What was the reason for these views? Obviously the 60 FPS video helped, but the 3 most popular videos were all simulated case unboxings. I can't say that they're my favourite sort of video to make, but there's clearly a demand for them. Because of this, I took the initiative and made an Uber video, which I felt would satisfy both the case unboxing viewers and my other followers who perhaps wanted something a little bit more weighty. I decided to analyse Mr. Tweeday's 24-hour stream, where he unboxed over 2,000 cases. This cost me a Twitch subscription fee and took me 3 complete days to analyse, but finally I got around to releasing it. Sadly, it turned out to be less successful than the simulated unboxing videos. There's simply no point in investing that much time and effort into something that gets beaten by a far cheaper video. But I hope some people found it educational. These case unboxing simulations also explain the huge number of subscribers that 3kliksphilip got. 2kliksphilip is a bit more complicated, which is why I'll now move on to the traditional sort of analysis. Looking at the top 10 lists, you can see a change in October. In previous months, going low in CSGO slowly grew to the point where it dominated all of the charts, but this month, the random one-off videos have made a comeback. This is because I cleared out my hard drive, which was full of random clips. This tends to happen every couple of months. How Will He Die sits pretty at the top of the comments list. I believe that there are two reasons for these changes. Firstly, I have far more subscribers than I had in previous months, and hence more views on the random one-off videos. And secondly, I didn't release any new Going Low episodes despite saying that I would. There is a reason for this which I'll get onto later. Since I didn't release any new episodes, the views and subscribers gained from the series as a whole hasn't risen as much as I would have liked. I'm disappointed but not surprised, and it's something that I hope to rectify in future months, since I really can't let this series die. But all in all, a very successful month. 3kliksphilip has exceeded my wildest expectations, while 2kliksphilip has trundled along, gaining more views than ever before, even though the subscriber numbers are a bit disappointing. I've learned a lot and have experimented with new ways of rewarding my followers. I have begun rolling out click points, which is a gesture of my appreciation. I award them to people who win competitions, get featured in my videos, and also those who donate money and skins to me. On one hand, I don't want to beg for things, but on the other, it's very nice to get these things, and I only wish there was a better, more personal way for me to thank the people who have supported me. Until then, this analysis will have to do. Somewhat counterintuitively, setting myself difficult goals had made me perform worse than I otherwise would have in some areas. At the beginning I was in a bit of a panic and decided to focus on 3kliksphilip so that I could at least complete some of the challenges. 2kliksphilip was a bit of an afterthought, and my hard drives were so full of CSGO footage that I really had to go through that before doing anything else. It's not been an easy month, but it's certainly been useful. But now it's time to look to November. I'm going to take it easy. I'm going to keep 3kliksphilip steady with regular and reliable videos that make the most of what I've found has worked well in previous months, before other people jump on the bandwagon. 2kliksphilip will get some extra love and attention this month in the form of a number of Going Low episodes. I also want to work on another project in my spare time. Maybe a game of some sort. I'm going to set up a game and TeamSpeak server at some point, which should allow me to meet people. And, of course, I've got to watch 3 episodes of Jersey Shore at some point. I'll let you know how it goes.